To make mansplaining great again, first of all, men need to speak up more. So this is men speaking up more and more and more, and rejecting any kind of shaming language or guilt tripping and crap like this. These accusations of toxic masculinity and all this bullshit. I say I'm 100% toxic. My masculinity is extremely fucking toxic. And if you don't like it, you can eat shit and suck my balls. Now, on top of that, women need to listen, right? If men just speak, even if they're bold and brash, and they even care, even if they're sincere, right? And fundamentally, a little tangent, but ultimately, most of fatherhood is mansplaining, right? A lot of speakers you've seen here are fathers at this event leading up to this point when they're speaking here. A father teaching his young daughter how to be a woman, how to be a good woman. This fundamentally is mansplaining. And when they accuse men of mansplaining on TV and in magazines and on the news and all this crap, ultimately a lot of that it comes down to not just culture-wide silencing men and suppressing male voices, suppressing masculinity. It's even an attack on fatherhood. But it's covert and it's multi-layered and it's hard to understand that. It's hard to detect at a quick glance. But men need to speak up more, like we're doing at this convention. That is mostly men still speaking at it. And on top of that, women need to listen. If you have a father who's even remotely good father, listen. And then, take the advice and do what you can with it. None of this boss bitch, I'm a feminist boss queen. I actually get banned. I get blocked by feminists a lot on Twitter when I just call them a feminist boss queen. Jordan Peterson's daughter blocked me a couple weeks ago just for calling her a feminist boss queen, right? I wasn't cursing. It wasn't even a meme. I have some memes of her. But anyway, feminist boss queen shit is not healthy. It's not good for you. Don't do it. Listen. What you end up doing with it is up to you, but at least listen and do it sincerely. And men, speak up. Be bold. We need to make women feminine again. We'll get into a second. But women in this country don't act like women anymore. When I went to Poland for my first time, I've been to Europe many times for this convention. We've had our men's convention, 21 convention back in 2010 in Sweden. We had it in London in 2011 and 2012, and in Australia even in 2012 as well. We had a bunch of events around the world back then. And I got to see different cultures, how men and women operate and stuff like that when I was there, usually for 2 to 6 weeks at a time. So it wasn't a year at a time, but I got a good taste of the culture. Poland was different. We went to Poland, we had the 21 convention in 2019 in Warsaw. And I spent about 2 months, or a little bit over a month, in that country in 2019, scouting it and then doing our event there later. And I was amazed at how women and men acted in that country. The men acted like men and the women acted like women. And I will never forget seeing that in a modern, civilized country like Poland. It's different. You see a little bit of this in South America and stuff, but in Poland, it felt like America, first world country, nice and clean, super cool shit. I love those people. But the women act completely different at a scale I've never seen. Nowhere in America, nowhere in Canada, nowhere in Australia, nowhere in Britain. In Poland, women acted like women. Everywhere you went, airport, coffee shop, hotel, whatever. And that blew me away, that to see that many women act that consistently, and the men too, right? You could even feel this kind of tension, like the women expected men to act like men, and the men expected women to act like women. Basically, their gender roles are still intact in Poland. I think because communism is so... In Poland, basically, they fucking hate communism. I mean, with a burning passion, because the Soviets came in and controlled the country for a long time. And I think because of that hatred of communism on a political scale, any sense of it culturally, they're super, super averse to. They just hate it. And because of that, feminism has taken a much slower route there. They're worried about it, they're concerned about it, but the tolerance for it is lower. As a result, they have much more intact gender roles, much healthier. And it feels good. It feels good to be around it. I mean, as a man, I was single back then, just going there and seeing this women act like women just all around me. It was wild. I'll never forget it. And it kind of reset my standards and expectations for what I even wanted from women in America. So it was a really good experience. So women need to act feminine again. They don't need to act masculine. I hope this should be common sense. If you're a woman, act like a woman. If you're a man, act like a man. This is a good, simple way to live. It's worked for thousands of years. Now, only sluts instead of OnlyFans. There's nothing on there but sluts. I mean, literally.